Hi, you guys. I think I got it working. It after my last class, Hangouts was being a little crazy with me. So anyway, it took me a little bit to get everything up and going again. Very good. So this hour we are going to be talking about consumerism, all right, and what we call in the United States keeping up with the Joneses. All right. So when we say or when you hear the phrase keeping up with the Joneses, that means that well, because this person has this, I need to go out and buy it. Okay, or because I saw it in the magazine, okay, I need to go out and buy it, even if I can't afford it. Okay, and so that's what keeping up with the Joneses is. Okay? Vlad, I need to mute you. You have another screen open. Okay, very good. So that is the plan for this hour. Let me give you the link to the class we'll be taking a look at. It is in the chat box right now. Go ahead and open that up. Okay, and let's see who we have in class so far. Hi, Amparo. Welcome back. Okay, let's go to, is this Anne or Roman?
This is still Roman.
Roman, how you doing, man?
I'm great, thank you.
Good,
great
good.
To be here.
Awesome. Just here in this picture, well, I have a lot of friends that that are in the United States that are from Bosnia, Serbia, Ukraine. Anyway, they all worked in this place, and so when I hear your voice and then I see your picture, you remind me of a friend that I have. His name was Demir, and just a really big guy. And every time I hear your voice, it makes me happy because I think of my friend Demir. I go, ah. That's great. Anyway, welcome back to class, Roman.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Let's go to Liliana. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine.
Great. It's been a while. It's good to have you back.
Yes, I'm glad too. I have some problem, but now it's okay.
Very good. Okay. How about Ismail? Welcome back to class.
Thank you, Chet. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you as well. How about Nihan? How you doing?
Hi, Chet. I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing well. And your picture here, is this another picture of a movie? I know you like to put movie pics there.
Nope, it's me.
Okay.
Near the Mediterranean Sea, and it's Antalya.
Cool.
Very beautiful sea, yeah.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. How about Rosal? How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Very good. Good to have you back. How about Vlad? Vlad, how are you? Very good. Okay. Now, Vlad, your microphone is muted. Okay. See if you can unmute your mic.
Oh yes.
There you
Sorry.
are.
I'm fine.
Awesome. Good to have you. Vlad,
Nice
where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
From Ukraine as well. Okay, very cool. Good to have you here. All right, let's see. Amparo, is your mic unmuted now?
Yes.
There you go. Welcome back to class. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and open up the link. And let's see. I put the link in the chat box. Okay. When you open it, this is what you'll see. And we're going to start off with some vocabulary words. Then read a short article. Okay, it's very short. Okay, we'll read that, and then talk about consumerism, and ask some questions and things like that. Okay. So first up, let's start off over on the left-hand side with Amparo. And Amparo, number one, go ahead and read. I'm on page number 1, you guys, under pre-reading vocabulary task. Okay. So number 1, and match it to the correct definition over on the left-hand side.
Okay. Consumerism.
Mm-hmm. And what would consumerism be?
B. The desire to buy new things often.
Okay, good. The desire to buy new things often. Okay, the latest and the greatest. Okay, very good. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is for Roman.
Yes, it's very interesting. Keep up with the Joneses.
Mm-hmm.
Joneses.
Yeah,
I don't
Joneses.
know what it can be.
Okay, so there was actually a movie. Okay, a movie called Keeping Up with the Joneses, or it may have just been Joneses. I can't remember, or the Joneses. It was a really good movie. Now, this is the last name of Jones is a very popular name in the United States. Okay, so when we say keeping up with the Joneses, it means buying the same things that the typical, okay, the quote-unquote typical family, okay, American family, what they have. Okay, so it's trying to keep up with those that are in your neighborhood, those are that you know, things like that. Okay, so our answer here is A. Okay, go ahead and read this for me, Roman.
Okay, to try to resemble others in one's neighborhood or social circle.
Very good. So yeah, to try and resemble. If they have the brand new Toyota Sienna, okay, which is a minivan, okay, I need to get that. Okay, if you have this, well then I need to get that. Okay, it happens a lot in the United States, and it actually drives me nuts. Very good. Number 3. This is for Liliana.
Epidemic. A problem that is widespread.
Okay, yeah, right across. A problem that is widespread. Okay, an epidemic. Okay, very good. Number 4. Number 4 is for Ismail.
Number 4, guilty pleasure.
Okay, yeah, guilty pleasure.
Guilty. Something that a person loves even though they feel bad, guilty that they love it.
Okay, yeah, so a guilty pleasure. All right.
It's
What could be an example of a guilty pleasure? What do you think, Ismail?
I think it's like a defense mechanism. People who want consume more things, but after they buy something, they are feeling guilty
Okay.
because
Yeah.
they spent lots of money and they don't need actually
Yeah,
this
they don't
product.
need it. Uh-huh. I would say a very typical guilty pleasure for me would be ice cream. Okay? I don't need ice cream. But I love it. And every time I eat it, I go, "Oh, that was so good. I shouldn't have done that." Okay? Ice cream, definitely a guilty pleasure. Let's go to Nikon, number 5, please.
Number 5, high. It could be a very good feeling that makes you happy for a short time.
Yes. Now, the word high, Nikon, do you know when this word is what this word is typically associated to, or is
Yeah,
typically associated with?
High class.
kind of in the movies when they said,
Mhm.
"Are you high?" It's
Mhm.
kind of, did you do something with pots or cocaine or something
Yes.
else?
Okay. Yeah. It's typically associated with drugs.
Drugs.
Okay, drugs. All right, so an illegal substance. Okay, that alters your state of mind. Okay, are you high? Right now, there are other things that actually give people that same sort of sensation. okay, where you feel like you're on top of the world, you feel great, you feel happy, okay, being high. Shopping does that for people, okay? They're actually addicted to purchasing. Don't know why, don't know how it happens, but yes, they're addicted to it. Some people, they're addicted to working. Okay, they feel high, they feel happy when they're doing it. Okay, some people, okay, are addicted to exercising. Okay, now granted, there are good feelings that come from going and doing exercise. Okay, but some people, in my opinion, go overboard. It's like exercise all day long, right? Okay, so there's a high that comes from it. Video games. Okay, there's this high that comes with playing a video game. Okay, so we can use this word with a lot of different topics, not only with drugs. Okay, and obviously today we'll be talking about it a little bit when we're in discussing consumerism. Okay, or buying things. Okay. Number 6. This is for Rosso.
Yes. Minimalism.
Okay, that would be minimalism. There we go. Minimalism.
Minimalism.
Mm-hmm.
As of achievement. No, D. The lack of achievement to material
Possessions.
positions.
Mm-hmm. So the lack of attachment to material possessions. Okay. Now, what does it mean when we are attached?
Addict.
Addict, yeah.
Okay, addicted or in love. Okay.
Desire.
Not
Desire. So the lack, now here we're talking about the lack of attachment to material possessions. So when someone isn't like, I don't care if I have the latest and greatest phone. Okay, I don't care if I have, the right style of clothes, things like that. It's not a very big deal to me. Okay, so it's that lack of attachment. Okay, it's
Absence of.
Yeah, the absence of that. All right. Okay, minimalism. Okay, that's what we call that. Okay, let's go to number 7. Number 7 is for Vlad.
One in, one out. Maybe I hear this phrase for the first time.
Okay. All right. One in, one out. Okay. We don't really use this all that much. Our definition here is going to be F. Okay. Let me have you read that, Vlad.
A rule of policy in which you always get rid of something when you get something new.
Okay. And yeah, in my family, we didn't really practice this because there were 6 of us kids, and so when my older brother got something new, I got his used. Okay, and so I got his pants. All right, I got his shirts, and I was fine with that. I was like, cool, this is something my brother had. My brother's awesome, right? And so I got his shirts. Yeah, in big families.
It's a usual situation, yeah.
Yeah, usual situation. Okay.
Environment friendly.
What's that?
Chat, an environment friendly application maybe.
Say I didn't understand that first part. In what family application?
For example, using brother dress is good for environment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and
not
that's
rubbish to the environment.
Yeah, it doesn't. It lessens the amount of trash, okay, of waste, okay, that's sent out, right? Yeah, we did that all the time. My mother also made clothes for us, okay, and my dad had a good job, but it was just one of the ways that my mom looked at saving money so that we could, go on vacation. We could go to California and spend a week at the beach. You know, we didn't stay in a hotel. We camped. All right, we did those sort of things. That was my family, okay? And so I wore shorts that my mom made for me, t-shirts that my mom made for me, okay? Also my older brother's things, okay?
Handmade things?
What's that?
Your mother did it for herself or handmade things to your
Yeah,
parents?
handmade. Yeah, with the sewing machine.
Interesting.
Yeah, my mom's fabulous. My wife right now, she actually wants she's taking sewing lessons. She came to me and was like, I want to learn how to do sewing because she ran into a lady, and this lady makes gorgeous dresses, gorgeous blouses, and she makes them all by herself. So my wife, she made a dress for herself. She bought the material and everything like that. It cost her $3, $3, and it was based off of a dress that she saw in the mall. Okay, she went by and she took some pictures of it, right? And then took it to her friend, and her friend kind of helped her and walked her through it. All right, cost her $3. The dress in the store cost $30. I was like, yes, if you want to do that, that sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, so it was cool. So yeah, my wife wants to learn how to do that, and I'm like, if you want to, that's great. We don't have to, but it's an extra way of saving money. I think that's awesome. Okay, very good. Let's go to Amparo, and we are on number 8, please.
Have not.
Have not. Yeah, what would that be? What do you think?
Poor.
It's usually said as the have-nots. The have-nots.
Okay.
Okay? We usually say, and it's usually paired, we usually say the haves and the have-nots. Okay, like this. Okay? Now, these are not actual words, okay, but it's based off of people that have things and people that don't have things. Okay, so we call them the haves and the have-nots.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, the have-nots would be poor or low income. Okay, let's go to Roman. Number 9, please.
Shake one's head at. I think it means to think that something is very wrong or disapprove of.
Yeah, so to disapprove of something, to shake your head at. I don't know if you guys have that mannerism in your country, okay? But in the United States, if someone does something where it's kind of shameful, okay, we do this. We go, and we kind of look down and look away. We tighten our lips.
Yeah.
We do that, okay? And so that's what it means to shake your head at it. Okay, it means to disapprove, to not like it, to not be accepting of whatever happened in that situation. Okay, so that's what that means. Okay, and our last one, number 10. This is for Liliana.
Okay. Shocked. That is very surprised.
Yeah, very surprised. To be shocked is to be very surprised.
Can I ask you something?
Sure. What's your question?
I learned one word, flabbergasted. Is it just when you surprise badly, or you can positive surprise?
Okay. I'm having trouble understanding you because your voice is coming through very scratchy. Can you check your microphone and see if it's plugged in properly, or maybe move the wire around?
Okay.
Oh, flabbergasted. Okay, that's the word you're looking at. Okay, so if someone is flabbergasted, okay, that means you are shocked, okay, amazed, and almost you're not really angry, but you disapprove of what happened. Okay, so if I were to tell my son, okay, and this happened on Saturday or whatever. Okay, so I told my son, I said, Xander, stop playing with rocks. You're going to hurt somebody. You're going to throw the rock and it's going to hit somebody. Well, 10 minutes later, my daughter came running in because Xander hit Cosette in the head with a rock. All right? And yes, it was a small rock, but it hurt, right? And I looked at him and I literally said, I said, dude, I am flabbergasted. I can't believe you did that. I told you 10 minutes ago to stop playing with rocks, yet you did it, and look what happened, okay? So flabbergasted is like shocked, amazed, disappointed, okay? All of those feelings in one, but yes, that would be to be flabbergasted.
Okay.
Okay? All right, very good. Any other questions, you guys? Any questions about our vocabulary words? Nope. Okay. Let's read through our short short article, and we have 4 paragraphs. I'll have Ismail, Nihan, Russell, and Vlad read. Okay. So Ismail, please read the first paragraph.
Okay. Consumerism. How much stuff do we need? Do you work hard to keep up with the Joneses? Are you always hunting for the next best thing? If you answer yes, you are not alone. Consumerism is an epidemic in wealthy countries. Many people stop at the mall before going home after work. Others are addicted to shopping channels.
Okay, very good. Nihan, please read the next paragraph.
Sure. Not all consumers are shoplists. Some people have one guilty pleasure. This may be golf clubs, brand name purses, or even take-out coffee. Some people say that buying new things makes them happy. Does shopping provide a short-term high?
Okay, thank you. Russell, please read the next paragraph.
Okay. The opposite of the consumerism is minimalism. Minimalists do not like unnecessary stuff. These people only shop if it is absolutely necessary. They typically have a one-on, one-out policy. If they buy something new, it is because the old one is too worn or broken to use. Many minimalists don't even have a car.
Okay, good. And Vlad? Vlad, read the last couple lines.
People in have-not countries would shake their heads if they knew our consumer habits. They would be shocked to learn that we threw out perfectly good electronics and clothes.
All right, very good. Okay, you guys, let's talk about this. I want to first get your opinion, okay, on consumerism, and then consumerism in your country. Okay, because I don't think it's only a wealthy country epidemic. I see it in Costa Rica as well. I saw it when I was living in Honduras, where it doesn't matter. Okay, McDonald's is always full. Okay, McDonald's is expensive, okay, compared to a regular meal that you could have here. And based on the income, I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to eat, go for it, okay.
Or Starbucks.
Or Starbucks, yeah, or getting, wearing Gap T-shirts, Gap jeans, Tommy Hilfiger this, Tommy, all those styles and brands. I see that all the time. People look down on others that don't have those. Okay, and I see that here in Central America, and that makes me sad. Luckily, me growing up, I didn't have to deal with that as much. And it wasn't that we were poor. We were okay. I didn't get whatever I wanted. My parents made me work for stuff that I needed, right? Or not that I needed, but that I wanted. But yeah, from the time I was 12, I had to start pitching in to buy my own clothes. Okay, because my dad wanted to teach me to work for the things that I wanted. Okay, and if I wanted a new pair of shoes, he's like, okay, well, we have $30 for shoes. If you want shoes that cost more, guess what you get to do? You get to earn the money, right? And so that's how life was in my family, which was fine. I was happy with it. Okay, but I did have friends, okay, that did get brand new cars for Christmas, brand new, and I thought that was quite strange. So let's talk about this. So let's start with Amparo on and so talk about consumerism. Okay, what your opinions are about it and what you see in your own country. Okay.
Yes, it's almost the same. People who like to be with the last fashion dress. If
Latest fashion.
The latest fashion, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if, for example, now it's the neon color, that everyone wants to have that piece of clothes in their closets.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's the same. People try to buy using credit cards, not because they need it, because they have another clothes, but they want to have the style that people it's using.
Mm-hmm.
Very more, yeah.
Okay, and do you agree with it? Do you have something that is a guilty pleasure for you?
No, fortunately I am minimalism. I am no shopaholic or something like that. No, not at all.
Okay. All right, very cool. I guess my only thing that I have and do spend money on is like music equipment, but I actually haven't bought anything that's music related. But it was also my job. That's what I did. But yeah, I have a nice expensive guitar that I keep with me. Haven't gotten another one since, but yeah, that was my guilty pleasure for a while. Yeah.
Did you feel a little bit slight exaggeration about your buying music stuffs?
No, I usually bought it because music stuff is very expensive. I would save and save and save until I could get what I was looking for. And it was reasonable. Now, the actual guitar that I want is $3,500. I will probably never get that. I would love to because it sounds perfect. I've played on it many times, and it's beautiful.
It's not big deal. If you desire it, you can buy it. My brother also a musician, and he bought a new piano, but he worked a lot to buy it. You can do it. It's not big.
Yeah, if I have the money to do it, I would buy it cash. But the thing is that I have other things. If I get to that point one day, that's great. But I can tell you right now, my son is going to need braces. All right, because his teeth are coming in. He's got my teeth. He's got my dad's teeth. I had to have braces because my mouth was all a wreck. Okay, my dad had the same problem. Okay, so I mean, I have these things. Looking at it as a father, going, okay, it's more important to have these other things. Yeah, I have certain priorities that I want to take care of. And do I need a $3,500 guitar? No, the one that I have right now sounds great. Okay, anyway, so but yeah, that I guess would have been my guilty pleasure. Okay, let's go to Roman. What is your thought about consumerism, and what do you see in your own country?
From my point of view, consumerism is a problem which I face all over the world, and I think it's lack of culture, really, because now people prefer to spend some time walking through shopping than to see friends, go to the nature, or something else.
Okay.
And many people have with entertainment to go to shop and see some new, to try on new shirt, or use new phone or tablet or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
uh, I noticed this. I noticed this 2 years ago because I had the same problem too. Uh, I went with my wife to the shop, to the list of shop where we usually have a discount,
Mm-hmm.
and we bought some things, but we thought about it, and it's really a bad way, and we stopped it maybe a year ago, and now we more minimalist, because if we want to buy something,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, it's we choose it for a long time. If it some techniques, I read a lot, or I prefer to buy some second-hand things. I mean,
Okay.
some devices, because really, technique in our time very modern and change all time. So
Okay.
something like this.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing. Let's go to Biliana. Biliana, what's your opinion of consumerism, and what have you seen in your country?
Well, in my country is a very bad situation now. Unemployment is high, but people love to buy quality and
Mm-hmm.
to pay for it, because they say if I buy someone uh, without quality, I will lose that fast. Other I can wear more time.
Mm-hmm.
But people not buy too much. Young people like sport mark, like Adidas or Nike, and yellow on parents. You must buy me that. My friend wear that. I must have
Uh-huh.
that.
Oh.
But but older not care for it. I just buying what is necessary for my family,
Mm-hmm.
and I always make fight in my family. My husband wants to buy something uh, for €1 uh, high price, and I don't let him to buy it.
Okay.
It must be cheaper because I need that and that and that, and
Mm-hmm.
always like that.
Okay.
I care in my family.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm not looking forward to. Having that, well, my friend has this, and so I need this. Okay, and
You know why? You know why? Because a child here watch on television um, so much programs where is marketing good for something like that.
hmm
This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. And then young people think I must have that if I want to be in. You know.
yeah, I think one of the worst things is, okay, and I'll tell you guys this straight up, okay, TV life, even if they're trying to make it like it's a normal family, even on TV, okay, people don't live like that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I
people,
know that.
people don't, not even in the United States. All right, not everybody lives like that, and it's hard when people see that and they think, okay, well, this is what's going on. right? And I had some friends when I was younger that were kind of like that, keeping up with the Joneses. You know, if we got me and my brothers, we one year we got boxing gloves, okay, because my parents, it was kind of a joke, right? It was for Christmas. It was a joke. Right, and our parents got us boxing gloves for Christmas because they said, "Well, you guys fight all the time anyway. We might as well protect you just a little bit." Right? And so they got us boxing gloves, and so we spent time out in the front yard beating each other up, and it was great. And but then all of a sudden, you know, the other kids, okay, they saw that we were having fun and we had these gloves, and so who else got gloves? And I was just like, come on, you guys, okay, you don't need to be that way. If you want to borrow our gloves, just ask. It's not a problem. But anyway, very good. Let's go to Ismail. Ismail, what is your opinion about consumerism, and what do you see in your country?
Yes, Chat. There is a trend in my country. Consumerism are increasing lately, and the economy is going not so bad in my country. People incomes are increasing, and there's a change in the thoughts about consuming, Chat. There are lots of big shopping centers, especially in big cities and in metropoles in my country, and people spend their weekend in this shopping center. In winter, it is not so cold. On the rainy day, you can go in it and you can find everything in the shopping center. There are lots of chain food restaurant, lots of confection and grocery store. You can find everything what you need, and if you walk around, you see the sales and the advertisement on the window, and you buy something actually you don't need. They are using very tricky way, and they are trapping human maybe sensitivity.
Yeah, they're playing this cruel.
I think.
What's that?
Chat. People are misusing human software via advertising and the other things. You can buy and you don't actually need this product. It is a game. It sounds to me.
All right. Well, yeah. Think of it and shoot me a message. Okay. Let's go to Nikan. Nikan, share with me your opinion about consumerism and what you see in your country.
Actually, I don't have a very straight opinion about it, but I realized something. The last decade, something's changed. When we were teenagers, we were fond of some kind of clothes or brands, but the new teenagers fond of electronic. Maybe they're actually, the minimum wages are used very expensive electronic devices. I can show any place the waitress use iPods, which is 2,000 or how many, I don't know, $2,000 or less. in Turkey, the electronic habits, using the electronic habits is changed the last decade, and even the students wants the new ones. They don't need. It's not necessity, but the parents buy them for their children because they are not feel so good around their other friends have this kind of devices. But personally, I have a what is the word guilty pleasure about shoes, like every woman has.
Okay.
I don't need any shoes, I know, and when I get my wage, I said to myself, don't buy any shoes, please. I beg myself. But when I go to a shopping or when I go to a mall, I saw once, and like Ismail mentioned about, I saw the discount, and I cannot stop myself. It's very bad. And the word is very, the phrase is very good, I think, guilty pleasure.
Yes, guilty pleasure. Okay, all right, very good. Let's go to Vlad. Vlad, what is your opinion about consumerism, and what have you seen in your country?
It's very interesting question for me because I'm not consumed with shopping absolutely, but sometimes I can hear and I can see like some people try to buy some things, especially on the sale, which they don't need actually, and especially it's very you can see it before Christmas days when the people try to buy everything that they even don't need it, but this thing is very cheap now at the moment.
Yes.
And in couple of days they try to think about what did she do, why did she buy this thing, because he or she doesn't need it now, and I know that many Americans, especially or British people, take these things back to shopping mall and give it back.
Yep, I've seen that. I've seen that many times. Okay, returning something that you bought,
Yes.
especially for Christmas. Yeah, in my family, we usually do 2 gifts. Okay, keep it nice and simple. Okay, yeah, I love Christmas time, but the thing that I love about Christmas time is actually being together with family, enjoying time, food, things like that. Giving gifts and receiving gifts, that's always fun. But yeah, no, I think there's much more to it. Okay, let's scroll down here, and we'll take a look at some other questions that we have. And this will be for Amparo. Okay, Amparo, what will happen if the world? Sorry, what will happen to the world if consumerism continues to rise in wealthy countries? What do you think?
Well, I think it's not just in the wealthy countries, but people sometimes use credit cards and then they are in debt.
Yep.
All the time, and then it's a light circle, like a circle. You cannot escape from that. They take another credit card in order to cover the first debt. So that's a history that never ends.
Yeah, and that's been the case since the beginning of credit cards, when people have gotten free money and whatnot. Okay.
Yeah, and then the bank are declared in bankrupt because they gave more credit than the money that they have to invest for other things.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's go to Roman. Roman, what guilty pleasure could you not live without? Okay. Explain why you're addicted to buying this item.
Oh, it's really a difficult question for me because I'm sure that I don't have any guilty pleasure at all. I don't have things which I want to buy all time. So I can't.
Okay. How about like me? My guilty pleasure usually revolves around food, and it's usually like junk food or the Coke Zero, my favorite drink. Okay. And so I buy these items. I don't need it. I can drink water, right? Okay,
Yes.
but I like to get a Coke Zero in the middle of the day. All right, I like it. So, do you have anything like that? Maybe it's related to food.
Yes, it's related to food, but I usually don't buy it. I often see my parents, visit my parents, and my mother is an excellent cook, and
Oh man.
it's very real problem for me because I all time try to overcome my to keep my weight in the same. So after visit of my mother, I have to run for 10 or 12 kilometers, and yes, I know it's stupid because I have to only avoid to eat, but I can't.
Yes.
So.
It's the same with me, and it's why I keep exercising so that I can eat a lot of good food. Very cool. All right, let's go to Biljana, and your question is: do you agree or disagree with this statement? It's important to buy new things in order to keep the economy going.
Always serious question for me. Well, for state and for government, it is important, but I don't know how much is important for people. If you buy, example, when my husband went in Germany, there are people technique buy technique on every 3 years. But in Serbia, we have a technique which we buy before 10 years. We don't care for economic of our country, but that is just I don't know. It is important, but it is difficult question.
Okay. Yeah, this is the thing that I see. That our governments are just as bad as most people. Most governments have a massive debt. Most. Okay, I was actually looking up, and I read something about Japan, and they are running a surplus, but it's after they went through a massive economic downturn. But United States, those guys are in debt up to their eyeballs. All right, from every dollar that they bring in from taxes, 42% of it, or 42 cents, goes out to pay debt. Okay, so we can't even afford our own debt. So our government is not even showing the example of how to live properly. Right?
Yes, we have a bad example of our government because, example, we have a so good place for vegetables. We have everything what we need. to sell that vegetables in outboard. But our governments not let us to make that vegetables, but buying from other country that vegetables.
Really?
That is not good economy at all.
Yeah.
But somebody wants money in his pocket here.
Yeah, and the United States does the same thing. They pay farmers not to grow food on their farms. It's absolutely insane. I don't get it, you know. So we have these terrible examples. Okay, and so for example, what happened in the United States?
Terrible example. It's not terrible. It's actually it's the law of economy. If you want your economy will rise, you will buy more goods. In this case,
Can't hear you, Chad.
everybody. Let's have a look from the view of economy law. If you buy this good, somebody.
Does somebody hear me?
Have a salary.
Yes.
Oh, here I go. I'm in. Yeah. Okay. So what?
Okay.
Wait. Sorry about that. So what were you saying, Vlad? About it's not necessarily all about the economy. Some people say that yes, you have to spend money to keep the economy rolling. Okay. But the problem is that when you keep going into debt, that's consumerism. Okay,
Yes.
you're spending money that you don't actually have to spend. So, for example, the United States, their claim to solving the economic crisis was, hey, let's borrow more money and spend more money.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
What
I see.
about stopping? Okay, the floodgates. Stop. Cutting down on your spending so you can get control of how much money you're actually bringing in. Because it'll get to a point, like Amparo said, to where it's this cycle. You borrow money to then pay the debt that you had before, and then all of a sudden, that's when it
you're
crashes. So.
Right. You're right.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, let's go to Ismail. Your question is number 4. Do you know anyone who is a minimalist? Describe this person. If you don't know any minimalists, what do you think their lives are like? Okay, good parts and bad parts. What do you think?
Actually, I don't know an exact and real minimalist around me, Chat.
Okay. What do you think their lives are like?
For a minimalist, you mean?
Yeah, the life of a minimalist. Okay, how do they make their choices when they buy things?
Yes, Chet, I try to be a minimalist, but it is difficult for me. I know how important a cent, because I grew up in a poor family, but I get good money now, and it is difficult to affect from the environment, because every people consume more and more things. They are buying big car. They are living luxury homes, and they are dressing high fashion, and to live in an environment and try to be a minimalist, it is very difficult, I think.
Okay, it can be.
I try to stop me to buy everything. For example, my wardrobe is full of clothes, and if I see a new one and I like it, I am going to buy it. And the credit card are increasing the buying motivation, I think, Chad. It is a
Well,
very
it's
useful
the
things, but
it's the idea of get it now, pay later, instead of
yep,
save up the money to be able to do it.
you feel
Okay.
that you don't pay, Chad, during shopping, but after a month, the bill comes to you and
It's much higher. Yeah.
yes,
Because you have the interest that you have to pay on it and everything like that. Yeah, definitely.
In,
Definitely.
in consumerism, you buy what you like and not what you need, and
Hmm.
in minimalism, you buy what you need and not what you like, and it's best to be in middle of that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Let's do one last question here. Nikon,
Yeah.
let's see. Um, do you feel good or bad after you buy something new? How do you feel personally when you go shopping?
Absolutely, I feel very, very good because when I wear something new, I feel more self-confident, I feel more beautiful, but it takes only 1 month because when my credit cards, when I saw my credit card payments, I feel very, very bad. Absolutely. Only a month later, I feel the real I feel the reality, and I said to myself, "Don't do this again." Actually, beginning of the summer, I said myself, "Don't shopping, do not buy anything because you have everything that you need."
Hmm.
But last week I broke my oath and I bought something which is very unnecessary. But I know someone who is minimalist. I think she's absolutely minimalist. My mother,
Uh-huh.
because she lives in a field. She also grows her own plants, or her own vegetables or fruits. She never buy anything that is absolutely necessary. She save the money and she buy bigger things that I never do in my life, I guess.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for coming to class today. It was great having you here. I am out of time, so I will see you next class. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Thank you
Bye.
for the class. Bye
Bye. See
bye.
you.